Second Kings, chapter 21 and verse 13. And I will stretch over Jerusalem the line of Samaria and the plummet of the house of Ahab, and I will wipe Jerusalem as a man wipeth a dish, wiping it and turning it upside down. And I will forsake the remnant of mine inheritance and deliver them into the hand of their enemies, and they shall become a prey and a spoil to all their enemies. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash, for blessing me with the Spirit to do this lesson. So, this seems to be the new trend that is, pretty much to the detriment of Jake and Eve, to whereas you got a lot of these Jakes and Eve, that's being put to death by these devils, man. With all that's going on in the news and the spirit that's moving out here between Esau and Jacob, meaning the so-called white race, and the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, you would think that Jake and Eve would smarten up and get away from these people, man. Get away from these devils. So here you got, this Eve, this so-called black woman, out in Arizona, I believe, who was just dealing with this devil. And hey, man, another case of a Nolan Wells or a Jared Jackson, or the other Eve, I can't remember her name, but she was found hung, and you had a so-called Latino that was hung in Washington right next to the police station. So Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is trying to tell our people to move away from these people, man. To get away from these people. Right? Let's get it real quick, man. Isaiah. All right. Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 15. It says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword, man. So the Lord is telling you, man, you want to join up with these people, you want to make a pact with these people, you're going to die by the sword, man. And many other ways, right? There's many things you can use as a sword, right? And what did the Lord say in Psalm 17 and 13? It says that Esau Edom is the sword of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. So, Jake, like I put the title in one of my past videos, you're gonna learn the hard way when it comes to these devils, man. All this going on, and you still, no, not the one I got. He loved me. Not the one I got. She loved me. And then you wind up hung, floating in the river, right? Or just your body, you can't find it. You just missing, right? Jake, you're going to learn, man. You're going to learn. So we are in the land of our captivity. Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is our enemy. All of them, man. Regardless if you want to say, oh, not all of them are like that, it's best to get away from all of them. You don't want to take that chance, right? So let's play this. Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing to like be edified. Check this out, man.
Search for a missing Valley woman has turned into a murder investigation.
Glendale police have arrested a man who they say met a woman online, social media, went on a date with her, and then murdered her, burying her body near Lake Pleasant. Fox 10's Megan Spector joins us now with new details.
Detectives used everything from cell phone data to surveillance video to track down this suspect, 24-year-old Dominic Rodolico. But as the investigation continues, those who knew the victim, 21-year-old Ariana Jones, are remembering the friend they lost.
Anytime you saw me, you saw Ari. Anytime you saw Ari, you asked about where I was at. Like, we were inseparable, I could say.
Over the phone, a close friend of Ariana Jones speaks to her memory.
She made everybody smile. She was very kind-hearted. She did her best to be around everyone she loved. She was going through a hard time herself, and yet she never put anybody behind her, never failed to check in or let people know.
See, the thing is with our people, man, when they have a bad experience with their own people, whether it be a Jake with Eve or Eve with Jake, talking about the so-called black man with the black woman, so-called black woman, and vice versa, they tend to run straight to Esau, man. But that's the wrong move you want to make. And you can't tell Jake nothing. Jake gonna do what they want to do, right? But what I'm telling you is when you do that, you take this chance right here, man. Now, you see her. She looked like the typical, YNW, right? The eyelashes, right? The tattoos on the face, right? You could tell she was probably out there, man. And she got caught up with the wrong person, man. And this is judgment from the Heavenly Father.
Like she was there.
Jones was found dead in a remote area near Lake Pleasant on July 11th, 4 days after her family reported her missing.
Detectives, I can tell you, did find a shallow grave in that area, and they found a body in that grave. There was enough evidence, physical evidence of not only clothing, but other things matching Miss Jones to be able to identify her.
Digital evidence, vehicle tracking, and surveillance footage quickly led detectives to Dominic Rodolico, who was already on felony probation in connection to a burglary.
All right, sir, can you state your name and date of birth, please?
Dominic Rodolico, June 18th, 2002.
And this is the devil right here, So you meeting people online, that's the perfect trap to get caught out there. Because you got everybody online, everything online, right? That's dangerous, man.
Police say they met after connecting online. Rodolico denies being involved in her death.
He is saying that the two of them were in this remote area and that two individuals showed up and attacked them.
But police say the physical evidence contradicts his story.
Sufficient enough evidence to link them together. There was sufficient enough evidence to show Mr. Rodolico was in that area several times before they actually were in the area.
Investigators tracked the pair to a movie theater before they drove to Lake Pleasant. According to court documents, detectives found 2 Harkins souvenir cups where she was buried.
Have this surveillance video show where they were as far as the movies were concerned, and we were able to find them in different areas of the valley using other cameras. We were able to pinpoint their cell phone usage in different areas. All of that combined helped us really solve the case.
Now, detectives are still going through evidence to determine the extent of their relationship, but police believe that this date was the first time these two had met in person. Police did not share details about the cause of death, and as for a motive, that is still under investigation. Live in the control room, Megan Spector, Fox 10 News.
So, yeah, man. He did it. He did it, man. But this is why we tell y'all, man. We tell our people to stay away from these devils, man. They don't like you. They hate you, man. And they'll do and say whatever they got to do or say to get you where they want you. And then you're going to see their true nature, man, which is murder, bloodshed, This is Sirach. the classic, chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, never trust thy enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Right? Never trust these devils, man. Though he humble himself, because these devils, they'll always be humble. They'll talk to you with a smooth tongue. You know, they'll say different words that you've never heard as a so-called black woman to make you believe that this man really likes you. And then he'll take you somewhere remote and choke you out, man. That's more than likely what he did, man, and buried her. He buried her in the desert. It says, though he humble himself and go couching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away, man, because his wickedness and his evil is not going anywhere, man. At some point, he's going to show who he truly is, who he truly is, man. It says, set him not by thee. Man, it's coming down out there. It's raining down. It's raining out here, man. It's coming down. It says, set him not by thee. Don't go out on no date with him. Right? Don't agree to meet up with him. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Right? So let this be, how you put it? Let this be stamped on you, man. Let this be in your mind all the time. It says, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent? Or any such as come now wild beast. So are you going to go near a wild beast or a serpent, a snake? Are you going to go by a king cobra and get all close to it and try to play with it and stuff like that? No, it's going to bite you and you're going to wind up dead, man. Or a wild beast, a hyena, a lion, a tiger, a bear, right? Are you going to go just walk by them and look to pet them and not? No, because what's going to happen? They're going to put you to death, man. They're going to tear you to shreds, man. And that's how dealing with these devils are, right? So it'll be in your best interest to leave these devils alone. Why? Because we're going to get this one and we're going to close out. This is Sirach chapter 8 and verse 16. It says, strive not with an angry man, because these devils, they're angry right now. The truth is coming out. They're being exposed. They're losing their kingdom. So look who do you think they're going to take it out on? Jacob, man. Right? You so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, men and women and children. Right? It says, strive not with an angry man and go not with him into a solitary place. You seen that place, man? Damn desert. Look at this, man. Look at this place. Look at this. Let's put it there. Let me see. Look at this, man. Nothing out here. A solitary place. Nobody but you and him. It's probably nighttime. No lights, no nothing. Right? It says, and go not with him unto a solitary place, for blood is as nothing in his sight. Yeah, it ain't nothing for him to kill you, man. Choke you out, shed your blood. Right? It says, and when there is no help, he will overthrow thee. And nobody can help her, man. She's a woman. He's a man. He's a full-grown man. She's a full-grown woman. But she couldn't overpower him, man. Right? Some sisters can, though. But not in this case. Right? Because we seen the Edomite man get his ass whooped by Eve a lot of times, man. But not in this case, man. So she was vulnerable. She was helpless, and now she in the spirit world, man. Now she in her right mind. So we don't know how many times we got to say this, To you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, the so-called white man is not your friend. He will never be your friend. He will never like you, never love you, right? Get away from him. Because if you don't, you're going to end up on the 6 o'clock news, man. So I'm going to close out there. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah willing, the elect other Father, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Wakakadash, for blessing me with the Spirit to do this lesson. To the next lesson. Shalom.